105.3 WDAS. We are Philly's best R&B.
Hey healthy people, Dr. Ravina here. Welcome to the RX. Today I'm at the WDS studio with the iconic Miss Patty Jackson. And today we're going to bring some insight into a very important health issue, and that is stroke. And so did you know that every 40 seconds in the United States, someone suffers a stroke?
I just found that out, but I didn't know, Doc, that it was so recurrent like that.
Yes, it is. It is really prevalent, and it can happen to anyone.
That's right, and it happened to me.
And it happened to you.
Yes.
And so I love personal stories because I feel that people really remember them, and they remember the story, the signs, the symptoms. And these stories are what really changes the way we think about health.
Yes.
So did you feel different that day? Did you notice anything?
I did. I felt. I'm clumsy. I thought it was just a regular day, just me being clumsy, and I fell.
Okay.
But I noticed that my right side was getting weaker and weaker, and things that we take for granted, picking up something. My system just got weaker and weaker. I had my stroke on a Wednesday, but I didn't go to the hospital on Friday because we get into the cycle. I got to do this. I gotta. And I gotta kept me from seeing a doctor immediately.
Right, you were pushing through.
Yes, pushing through.
And did you potentially think that it was going to get better?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, I fell. I'll feel better, in a minute. I just hurt my arm.
Right.
But no, it's getting worse.
And did you put any kind of ice on your arm, thinking that might help as well?
I did.
So you kind of went through the home remedies, but it wasn't getting better.
It sure wasn't.
And so then what happened?
After 2 days, I was not getting better. I was crying uncontrollably. I just lost my mom.
Yeah.
But I attributed it to, I'm sad, I'm depressed, and that's why I kept crying. So I finally went to my primary doctor. And she says it appears from how your side is, your leg is dragging, you're having problems with your arm.
Right.
You've had a stroke. And I went to the hospital, and they didn't pick it up from the CAT scan. They picked it up from the MRI because a vessel, a very small one, had popped in my head, but it totally changed my life.
It did. And how do you look at things differently now?
Well, let me introduce you to my new best friend.
Yes, hydration.
Yes, hydration. Water is so important. Doc, I can tell you emphatically that I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't drinking water. I could not remember the last time I drank water. And he said, poor circulation, because everything can get sticky, with the blood and all of that. And it gets sticky, it can't travel, it can't move, and something bust. And it changed me forever.
And so what were you having instead? Did you like the juice?
I love juice.
Soda?
I love soda and more soda and more soda. Caffeine. It was crazy the way that I was living my life, but it was a way to keep me going because I had so much to do.
Right.
And you want the energy and you want the boost, but it was really the wrong things for me to do.
Right.
Yes.
And so lastly, we wanted to share, how to spot a stroke quickly. So they like to use the word fast. So fast, we want to think about the face. Is your face drooping? Are you noticing anything different? The A is for the arm, like you said, the arm weakness. And the S, which is really important, is the speech difficulty. Did you notice that?
I didn't have the speech difficulty.
You didn't have that?
That was the one thing. My vision went, my arm, my leg, but my speech stayed intact. And all I could do was thank God. Because Luther Vandross, after he had a stroke, he never sang again.
So you don't have to have all the symptoms.
All of them,
but if you have some, the last letter in FAST is T, and that means it's time to call 911.
Yes, it's time to call. If you feel the weakness, if you feel, a lot of people fall. That's the one thing, and you're wondering, oh my gosh, I'm off balance. If you've fallen and you feel you can't get up, a lot of people they can't express it because their speech does go.
If
you feel your arm and you can't move it and you're wondering what's going on, that's the sign there's something wrong, and see a doctor immediately, because Doc, I didn't. 2 days later, and I lost my vision by that Monday.
And I think that that's the key. We all have to be invested in ourselves, and we have to sometimes stop and do the right things for ourselves, just like we would do for our family.
Yes.
So thank you so much for
It was so
sharing
nice
your
to meet you.
inspiring
Thank
story.
you.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching My New Philly, where something is always new and everything is always Philly.